Our mission is really to build a platform in the network that consists of Junos, our operating system, across routing, switching, and security, on top of which fixed and mobile operators can build services. So we think of the network not as a collection of boxes, but as one platform with one operating system that enables the services of the future. Well, a couple of obvious reasons. Mobile is growing fast, and we're converging fixed and mobile services. And the way we're converging them is on IP. IP is the protocol that converges fixed and mobile. Juniper is founded on an expertise of IP, and I think we can provide valuable services to our customers. But they're converging. I would say 10 years ago there were two sides and they're very separate. In the last year, what we've seen is the customer, the service provider's customers expect a merged service. They have mobile requirements, they have fixed line requirements. The technology is coming together, so to drive the right economics, you have to have a fixed mobile convergence strategy. And I would say finally, the technology is moving in a direction where we can make that a reality. Think about an enterprise customer that has a wireline service. Now they have most of their workforce is becoming increasingly mobile. Well, how do they do that? How do they connect them to their enterprise VPN? How do they secure those mobile workers? All of those are business problems the enterprises face. They look to the service provider to provide a service that can solve that problem. And our platform solves this a couple of different ways. We have a network platform that basically can go across fixed and mobile. We go all the way from the mobile packet core to fixed line service creation, VPN, BRAS, all the way to the data center. And we have a security solution that goes all the way from the mobile handset to the data center. Yeah, Mobile Next is our strategy in the mobile packet core and the services that relate to that. And here we're taking a very different approach. We said mobility is a service on top of the network. We've taken our leading-edge MX3D platform, the best-selling edge router in the industry, leading in performance and scale, and said mobility needs to move to internet economics. We will enable this by building the Mobile Next application on top of the MX3D platform. So that sounds very radical. You're not buying a box, you're buying an application. What does that mean? Well, it means that you take the MX3D router, you take the software load from Mobile Next, for example, for the mobile packet core, GGSN, PDSN, and so forth. You enable that, you'll get 10 times the performance, day one. You can take another application for a service delivery gateway, NAT, firewall, DPI services, and so forth, put that on the same platform. So the Mobile Next is our brand name for that solution that basically puts together all the pieces of the Evolved Packet Core. Absolutely. So we have a product called Junos Pulse. And what Junos Pulse is a software client on any end-user device. So it goes across Android, iOS, Windows Mobile, and so forth. And it provides security on that device. It provides management and monitoring capabilities that the SPs can use to reduce their costs and create new services. So let me give you an example. For example, anti-malware on the smartphone. We all know that for the hackers, the smartphone is the new PC. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to be attacked. There's really no anti-malware function today that can also connect to network services. So if I put the Junos Pulse anti-malware solution on the client, I can monitor that as a service for the consumer and say, you've had this problem, you've had this attack, proactively, right? That's a service to monetize. We have services for consumers that service providers can bring to market. For example, for parental control on top of the smartphone. Certainly something for me as a parent that I worry a lot about. When my 10-year-old daughter, she's getting to the age where she might get a phone, she's going to get a smartphone, she's going to be exposed to the internet, to all kinds of other things. Having parental control managed through the network as a service by the service provider is a very new thing. But I think with Junos Pulse we have a good step forward there. So we have the first big deals on Junos Pulse coming as a white label service to various integrators. We're in trials with many other big service providers, and we'll see more news in the upcoming months. But I think this is a technology that's ready. Mm-hmm. We're going through the integration phase, and I think when we're here next year, we should have a very different discussion about how services for the network accelerate. Yeah, no, this for something like Junos Pulse, where we're really creating a service together, maybe as a white labeling exercise, we look at a risk-reward structure with our service providers, and we're ready to go do that. I think that's something we do together. One of the things that we talk a lot about is the complexity in the network. We had, today we have a different
There's no
box.
one network.
There's a different box with a different set of operating systems for every function you can think of. Our customers have 20 security vendors and then different boxes from the same vendor for the different functions. That doesn't scale. You cannot have the economics that you need, and you cannot have converged service creation if you have that amount of complexity. And so our approach is we actually want to have less types of products, one operating system, and then layer on applications on top. Think about it. The analogy that we like to draw is to computing. Think about if you had to buy a different computer to run PowerPoint and a different computer to run Excel and then a different computer to run email. That sounds insane. Well, this is how we operate today, but the technology now allows us to build a more converged platform in the network.